I got a USB mouse that I'll get. Okay, so when it says stop streaming, that means that's going. I'll come over here to Octria, make sure it's coming up, and it takes a few seconds.
Okay. There it goes.
There it is. All right, so YouTube should be good, but let's go over here to live. Facebook. And it's waiting. It's still waiting. Because it has to go from OBS to Caster back to here.
Why is that?
Now I'm all the way up to 25%.
That's good.
And this microphone on this computer is live,
so don't talk smack about anybody.
See if it came up on YouTube. All right, it's on YouTube. Has not shown up on. Hasn't shown up on Facebook yet, and I don't know why.
I'll probably move that computer right over here.
YouTube yet?
Yeah, it's live on YouTube right now.
It's not going through the actor. Okay, so go up here to this share. That. Get this.
Right here?
Yep. Come back to Octria. Here. Come back to the editor. Scroll down. Click on this. Now go over here. Change that name.
Why isn't it up? Well, give it a few seconds. It takes a few seconds. But why is it not going to Facebook? I need to check the string key there.
Turn it off right here and turn it back on.
There you go. Facebook.
It says connecting.
Try refreshing. You might have to update the server link. There you go.
String key changed when I changed the title. Alright, you're live.
Okay, I'm gonna move this over here so I ain't in people's way.
This thing just is magnetic, so it comes right out, right back in.
Good now. Awesome. Can I blow that up or?
Yeah, just get you back to everything's streaming now, so you can watch that. Or you can watch OBS. OBS gives you a bigger one.
I'll keep that, but I just wanna
That
I'm
will
gonna use my phone just to make sure it's.
that'll give you a good idea what you're looking
How come I can't see it on Facebook? Glasses.
at. Sometimes I have to refresh. Sometimes have a hard time finding it too.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
You can watch OBS. OBS gives you
I'll keep that. But I just want to. I'm gonna use my phone just to make sure it's.
Sometimes I have to refresh. There you go. Sometimes I have to
Want a little higher? We're gonna. I want to go. Probably right there. It's gonna capture the best.
Okay. If for some reason that camera goes off, it's probably battery. There's another one right there. The problem is if that happens, it needs some go-arounds to make it come back up. So get my attention, because I know how to do it.
Hey, Nathan.
We are about 5 minutes from starting the preview. Consigners, so that you're aware, on our live stream, we've got about from the corner of the catch pan on the celery to just about 20 feet off of the bucket sheet. So for the live stream, you're going to kind of want to stay in that area. That's the camera field.
To work, it was connected to the other computer. So I brought you the USB mouse. It's one you'll be more familiar with anyway. You're in business with them.
You don't happen to have another USB port on this, do you?
No, that's just
That's
those
it?
two right
Okay.
there.
That's,
You need a plug-in?
well, I was going to look for a plug-in, but there's no plug-in right here, so I'll be okay.
I've just got those two.
That's why I was.
And I've got an expander because of it's only got those two, but I don't have it.
Yeah, I got one at the room, the Airbnb room, or whatever they call it. And I didn't.
Where are you at on battery power? What I might could do is get a power strip and hook you back. Have you got a power cable with a plug-in?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
bring these flags? For the sale. Okay. When you gonna rope? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we are ready to start our preview. If we can get the arena cleared, and if we can get hit numbers 1 and 3 ready to go. We do want to welcome everybody out today, both those that are here in person, as well as those that are watching on our live stream on either YouTube or Facebook. This is our 5th annual Winter Classic sale here in Salina. We've got a great mix of horses today we're excited about. We're hoping to see them go to some great new homes and have a great sale. With that, we will start here in the preview. The preview is somewhat informal. We will do 2 horses at a time. They'll have a couple minutes in the selling, and we'll move to the next 2. At the end of this portion of the preview, we will run some steers food for those that want to rope, and then we will start prepping for the sale. So with that, we will start with hips number 1. Make a note in your catalog, hip number 2 was a late scratch. He was slid on the ice the other day and injured something up front. We're going to let him heal up, and we will probably see him in a future sale, but he's not here today. So hip number 1 and hip number 3. We have hip number 3 coming, Brad Ford. Hip number 1. Hopefully 3 is coming. Hip number 1 is Romeo Diesel Bars. It's a 2010 E2HA gelding brought to us by Kyle Family Horses. Used by Diamond Skip Diesel, by Low Diamond Skip, by Premium Skip. Also, Sure Superstar on the top. On the bottom, Out of Love to Roam out of Joan Roma, by Love to Roam, by Roma Charge. Also, Stretch Roll on the bottom. These 14-2 hands. Good looking, safe, gentle gelding for the whole family. Awesome in the mountains. Absolutely no bite or spooky. Brought to us by Top Family Horses and Mules out of Leisure, Idaho. We're still waiting on hip number 3. Brad, have you got hip number 3? Okay, we'll read about hip number 3, so we're ready to move on to the next. Hip number 3 is Silver. Is a 2011 draft cross gelding brought to us by 40 Ranches out of Parma, Idaho. We want to mention on 40 Ranches horses, they did their own pre-purchasing prior to sale and selling to us. If you haven't seen them, they're in the pictures on either the Austria site or SMB Horse Sales in the February gallery. So if you want to review his vet report that he brought for his 5 horses, it is there in the pictures. And Silver is a 15-3 hand draft cross gelding. He's an old quarter horse style with big bone, big foot. He's a draft cross, a soft on the face with leg shoes, been roped off over the cattle, good on the trails. We saw him go through the trail course last night and do well. Okay, moving on to hips number 4 and 5. Hips 4 and 5. I see 5 coming through. We'll start with him, and when I see 4 coming through, I'll jump back. Hip number 5 is Travis of Titus D, also known as Junior, brought to us by RMO Horses. He's a 2014 Frisian Heritage Horse and Sport Horse International gelding. He is registered in that registry. He is by Titus D, by Benty 412, on the bottom out of Robin Kurtz mare. He is 15 free hands tall. He's all class, has the look and build of a sport horse, will excel in anything you want him to do. He's gentle enough ready on your ride. Smooth, has smooth, great transition, smooth, low, extended trot, and nice mover. He has a willing attitude. He has miles of trail with deer, moose, elk, and wildlife. He's been in traffic, pulls a cart. He has no spook or butt, no surprises. Used in the parade last summer. He's also been used in their Sleepy Hollow production that they do for Halloween up there in Beaver City. I know talking with Joe, who has had several of these region horses over the years, that he's told me this is one of the best that he's had. We're excited to have him here today, and this is Junior. Do we have pick number 4 coming? Consigners, please be ready to go when we call your number. We need to move through this quickly so we can be on time. If you watch the video on Junior, they do just about everything on him, from the ranch to anything you can think of. This is a cool all-around horse that will definitely get you noticed. You know, we talk all the time about sales. A lot of these horses that have been used outside and all over are not used to coming in these indoor arenas. It's a completely new environment. There's a lot of things going on. You can see this horse not phasing him at all, but we always want to remind everybody this is a new environment, and you're seeing what they're seeing for the first time a lot of times. But you can see here with Junior that it's pretty much an everyday kind of thing with whatever's going on. He's just shows a lot of his disposition right there. And you can ride him with or without the bridle, it looks like. Here comes ship number 4. Tail end. Ship number 4 is Cut My Ocho's, a 2014 EQHA Devil, brought to us by J. Harrell Livestock out of Weiser, Idaho. He is by Cosby Knight, by Sun Frost. Also, Continental Fly on the top, on the bottom, out of King's Bad Lady, by Royal Lee's Dexter. Also, an MR Sand Cutter on the bottom, and Poco's Mojo's Grande on the bottom. He's 15 hands, extremely honest and trustworthy. Used extensively on the range, easy, quiet going, real buff to have cattle outside on Teddy. He would make a nice rope horse in the arena. Very kind and gentle. I know talking to Jerry that he told me this is a really good, nice, solid all-around horse. Consigners, as a reminder, that the video feed is picking up from just off the catch pen on the arena to 20-30 feet off the bucket chute, so if you can stay closer to the arena or to the cell ring as you show, the people online will better be able to see your horses. Look at how that horse is carrying his head, nice and collected, open that circle, nice, puts his butt under him when he gets to a stop. You can see the handle that he's got on him. Again, Jerry told me this is just a nice, good, solid, all-around, go do anything on kind of gelding everybody ought to be paying attention to. Okay, moving on to hips number 6 and number 7. Hip number 6 coming through the door is Sam Hunky. That's a 2009 Great Gelding brought to us by JC Performance Horses out of Columbus, Arizona. He's 14-2 hands, he's hardworking, he's broken tough, has years of experience in trail, hunting, as a pack horse. On the trail, hunting, and as a pack horse. He's dependable, can go all day, had a one-handed neck rein, saddles up easy and rides off gentle. Good to rope and gather and cattle on. We signed to the trail course last night. He got some votes in that last night. I think he's in a tie for 3rd place. Good, nice, solid gelding. Then we have hip number 7 coming through. It is Royal as a Breeze, 2016 AQHA gelding brought to us by Bill Boswell out of Goshen, Utah. He's by Royal Lee Patrick, by Royal Chickalina, by Smart Chickalina. Also just plain Colonel on the top. On the bottom, he's out of Java's Got a Smoking Gun by Cool Hand Will, by Cool Hand McBreeze. Also Smoking Rio Ridge on the bottom. He's 15-2 hands, he's big bone, good footed, gentle, athletic horse. Been used in the feedlot and out gathering cattle. He's light mouth. Born and raised in the Boswell Horse Program. If you don't know Bill, he puts on training clinics, has some great techniques for starting and training horses, and this horse has been through it all. This horse also was the winner of the trail course last night, based on the voting. Hip number 7 won the trail course. You can see there, just working off his feet, pivoting back, hip number 7 there. You watch Jane on hip number 6 over there, going across the logs. Again, both these horses did well on the trail course last night. I like them both. Just really impressed with the mix of horses that we've got for this sale. We're excited about it. We say this every sale, and they just keep getting better and better. And we're excited to see them. You see in both these horses just how they're carrying their head. Again, we'll talk about it. You know, a lot of these horses don't come into these arenas. They haven't been indoors. The lighting's different. There's a lot going on. It speaks a lot to their disposition when you see them in here just level-headed, carrying their head right, paying attention to their rider. It shows a lot for the foundation they've got and the disposition they've got on the horse. Again, we'll also remind the signers that we've got crowd on both sides, and the camera's going to catch better your view. We've got quite a few people watching online, but the closer we can stay to the center of the arena, the better you can get viewed on online as well as this crowd down here on the north end. Okay, moving on to hip number 8 and 9. Hip number 8 is Titans, a 2009 grade gelding brought to you by us, SMB Performance Horses, and Quentin Osborne. We're partnered on this horse. Titan is 15-1 hand, 2009 grade gelding. He's done just about everything in life. He's been a good horse and a hunting horse and a ranch horse. He's gentle and he's quiet. He's got a big, nice, solid hip, and he's pretty. Just a good, nice, solid all-around horse. He's been riding out there on the range, riding cows through the winter, and he's been seeing some miles working the range. Pick number 9 is Cupid. This is a 2010 grade gelding brought to us by Compound 3 Horses and Mules out of Weiser, Idaho. He's 15 hands. He's double gentle. He's been there, done that. Been used in the mountains and gathering. He's kid gentle and cowboy approved. Take care of novice riders. He's a true ranch horse and a true trail horse. Stout, strong, and willing to put in a day's work. Both these horses have got color that'll get you noticed, as well as the conformation and handle on them. You see Titan there just kind of tucking his head, holding it, just paying attention to what Quentin's asking. Hold it right in there. Okay, moving on to hip number 10 and 11. Hip number 10 is Dinah, it's a 2014 grade mare brought to us by Carl Ackman out of Chapel, Nebraska. She's 14-3 hands, ready to go in any direction. Rented on a 60,000 head yard.
Yeah.
She's tracking the hill pattern well, good girl with doctor on. They've been working her all over the feedlot. Nice, well put together. I saw her sign backing her up over here a little bit, go a halter and catching her head and leaving it. Or tucking her head like she should and going. We also have hip number 11. This is Gin with a new twist. It's a 2016 AQHA gelding brought to us by KD Performance Horses out of Ballard, Utah. He's by New Grand Bonanza, by New Bar Twist, by Leo New, also Pacific Bonanza on the top. On the bottom, out of Tangerine Peppy Dixie by Tanqueray Peppy Booger by Tanqueray Peppy, also Old Dominion on the top. He's 15-2 hands, beautiful blood play. He started this horse as a 2-year-old and has loved him ever since. He likes the way he moves. He's a quick learner. He would excel in ranch versatility events. Also would make a good healing breakaway roping type horse. Has a lot of drive and great stop. This is another one Wade provided us with a pre-purchase exam. It's up in the pictures on our website or on the Octria site if you go look at it. So he's provided a pre-purchase on there, so make sure you go take a look at it. We also, as we go through here, want to recognize our catalog sponsors and thank them for supporting our sale. We just went past on the catalog. The Turn and Burn Livestock Transportation, they're here this weekend and ready to transport some horses for people. We appreciate their support in our sale. We also will mention and remind everybody that we have a gift card for the buyer of the high-selling horse today. It's for $500 for NRS World, where you can get tack, western wear, trailer supplies, pretty much anything horse-related you might want. So the buyer of the high-selling horse today will get those gift cards. There's several consignors who contribute to that we'll have through the catalog and mention. We appreciate their support in that program as well. Two nice, young, good, solid prospects there. Right now, we will move on to hip number 12 and 13. Hip number 12, I'll read 13, we'll come back to 12 when I see my back to the door. Hip number 13 is Big John. This is a 2015 draft cross gelding. brought to us by Colt Larson out of Kenosha, Utah. We apologize for the typo on his last name there. It should be Chlarson. Colt has brought us a big, nice, solid gelding. He's 15 hands. He's an awesome, great horse. Has a lot of go, and he's fast for his is big. He's roped a lot of cows outside and got plenty of calves in the fire. They've used him for halt breaking other bigger horses. If you watch his video, they've got him hooked up to a cart and pulling as well. Big, nice, solid gelding. We saw him go through the trail course as well last night, and saw him out here riding that horse around. Just big, nice. If you're looking for something that you go get your trunk when it breaks down and pull it back home, you can probably do it with that horse right there. Hip number 12, I don't see him yet, but we'll read through it. Hip number 12 is listed as Pepper and pending in the catalog. He did get his papers back. I've got a copy of them in my hand right now. His registered name is Sweets One Gun by One Stone
At least the ones I could
Links
get. It told them to write
by
closer
One
to the
Gun
camera,
by
so I'm seeing
Mr.
the
Gun
comments
Smoke.
too.
Also Doc's Links on the top. On the bottom, out of Skeets Little Lexi by Skeets Lexi by Great Pepsi Sand Badger. And also the Great Smart Little Lena on the bottom. So you got Mr. Gun Smoke, Doc's Links, Pepsi Sand Badger, and Smart Little Lena all on the papers on this young horse. He's a 2018 model. He's stout made, athletic gelding, willing and tries to please. I know Mike's been riding those horses. Oh, he's in the cell ring over there. Getting them ready. I talked to him out here with them yesterday. They've all been doing well. We're always excited to see these good young prospects that Mike brings to these cells. A lot of them come out of their own breeding program up there in Tremont. And Mike's down here in Denison, rides them and uses them all over. They always have a good solid foundation. Again, I mentioned on 13, he did the trail course last night, did a great job. I was impressed. Some of these horses were practicing on the trail course yesterday. He was out here, he had a tarp over this horse, but he had a yellow slicker and the yellow color kind of thrown off. But I watched him work with that horse, getting through and work with it, and was impressed with how the horse picked it up and learned it in a short time and progressed very quickly with him working on that. So that's a big, nice, solid horse. You can see here, too, with Mike again out here local circles, how that horse is collected, flexing its head, paying attention to him. Just a nice, good, solid, collected circle there. Collected up, carrying his head right, really paying attention to Mike. For good, solid young horse, you're going to see a good start on. I'll mention here too, two of our gift card sponsors. We have QO Performance Horses. We've got 3 horses here today, and then we've got Levi Draper and 5-star horses, both contributors to the gift card sponsorship. And Levi's got a horse that will be in the cell room here shortly that we'll be able to see. Matter of fact, hip number 14 is a scratch, making out your catalog. He was out working cows on that horse last week, and he got in their ox, and the horse got cut. And he's going to heal him up, and we'll probably see him in a later sale, but he's not here today. So we'll move on to hit number 15 and hit number 16. '15 and 16, we're waiting on you. Please be ready, get signers to go, so we keep going. Here's hip number 15. This is Pepper Boomer Alina. It's a 2008 AQHA gelding brought to us by Adrian Madera out of Weiser, Idaho. He's by Pepper Boom Alina, by Pepper Boomsmall, by Great Peppy Sand Badger. Also has Great Rock Alina on the top, on the bottom. Out of Panama's Scamper by CC Panama's Robin, by Panama's Blue Boy. Also Shooting Johnny on the bottom. He's 14-2 hands. He's a pretty steel horse that loves his job and is good at it. He's been hauled all over the country by all levels of riders. I know I've talked to several people about this horse that know him up there, that's known Adrian, has done ranch work and day work and worked around the feedlots on this horse for a couple of years. And everybody I've talked to who knows about this horse tells me he is the real kind of deal. When you're roping or out working the ranch or whatever you might want to do, that's a good, solid, nice horse. Hip number 16, making the circle out there with Levi's daughter, is Do the Bill. It's a 2014 APHA mare, brought to us by Levi Draper and 5-star horses out of Mona, Utah. Dune Fuel is by Dune Runner, by Sand Dune Cody, by Drifting Sand, also Nitro's Pistol on the top. On the bottom, out of Appeal Jet, by Royal Appeal, by Star Appeal, by Pacific Jet. It's a 15-1 hand mare. She's really gentle. Anyone can ride her. He's been roping off her in the arena and out on the range. She's awesome in the mountains. Can sit for months and be the same horse. He's had siblings of this horse that have been gone on to be proven producers as barrel and road horses. Levi, is this her debut at the sale? Your daughter? Levi? Is it her debut at showing a horse? Is this her first time? Yeah, debut. She did a good job. Okay, moving on to hit number 17 and 18. If you're here in attendance and you have a catalog that has a 6-year stamp on hit number 17, they've got something for you down in the office as a prize. There are 2 catalogs out there with a stamp on 17. Actually, one on 17, one on another horse. So if you have a 6-year stamp on hit number 17 in your catalog, you can take that down and show them at the office. They got a prize for you. Hit number 17 is Soldier. He's a 2012 grade gelding brought to us by 6-year livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. He's 15 hands, well broke, one-handed, gentle cowboy, colored sweetness. He likes trails, ranch pleasure. He's gathered loads of cattle and covered miles of country, saddles up gentle, and is always a good ride. Hit number 18 is Gadget. He's a 2009 grade gelding brought to us by Cobb County Horses and Mules out of Weiser, Idaho. He's 14 hands, handy as they come. He's done it all on the ranch, ropes out, sort, gather, brand, doctor, you name it. He's a super safe gelding, anyone can ride. And he's got that blanketed color that's just going to get you noticed. 2 good, solid, nice horses out here. I want to jump back to again and mention a couple of the catalog sponsors. We've got Jamie Christiansen. She's an independent insurance agent. She specializes in horse mortality and liability insurance. She also does auto, farm, ranch, and commercial personal. If you're buying a horse today and you want to get some insurance, you can reach out to her and she can help you out. We're seeing that more and more often anymore in the equine industry where people want to get them insured and take care of those horses. Reach out to Jamie if you are interested in that. She can help you out. We also have Blood Brothers Southern Utah RV Rentals. They have RV units available for rent. They've got one rented here this weekend. If you want to come back in the summer and go up to Fish Lake or Otter Creek or somewhere around, but you don't want to have to pull your camp trailer, you can reach out to them and get one there for you. Okay, moving on to hit numbers 19 and 20. and 20. Consigners, please be ready to go. I see 20 coming around the corner back there, I think. Okay, hit number 20. Go ahead and go, Jerry. If we see 19 coming up, we'll jump to that. So this is 20 and 21. Hit number 20 is Coco's Curious Guy, 2010 A2H gelding, brought to us by RMO Horses out of Peterson, Utah. He's by BJS Mystery Spirit, by LBJS Mystery, by Showbuck Van Giel. Also, Timberlane Fury on the top. On the bottom, out of Cocoa Black Princess by Cocoa Black Santana. By the Commerce Kid, and also Pepinini's Cocoa Pine on the bottom. He's 15 hands. He's been there, done that type of horse. Gentle, easy to ride, right on the mountains and the trail. He's done all the ranch jobs, stays quiet and broke. You can shoot around him, drag a cart, sit down, and just go for a ride. You know, they got a picture of him sitting down on him. You'll have to talk to them about how to get him to do that. Hit number 21 is Smart Blackburn 001. He's a 2010 E2HA gelding brought to us by J. Arrow Livestock out of Weiser, Idaho. By Smart Little Whiplash, by Little Whiplash, by Classy Little Lena, Also par 3 on the top. On the bottom, out of BJ Case Blackburn by MR Coco Blackburn by MR Blackburn 41. Also skip classics on the bottom. He's 15 hands, absolutely rock solid, beautiful gelding. On the ranch and down the trails, ridden extensively in the arena, knows his leads, good turnarounds, great stop, cut a cow, rope on the outside, rope on the arena as well. He's kid safe, but handy as a pocket knife out on the range. Two nice, good, solid colored geldings out here. Jerry's going to take his bridle off and ride around bridleless. Again, I just can't say enough about how excited we've been about the mix of horses in this cell. We just keep getting better and better each time, and we get excited every time as we see them come in. Another two really nice geldings there. We'll move on now to hit number 22 and 23. The Shining Dreams, the 2017 AQHA gelding, brought to us by Regent Fletcher out of Walden, Colorado. He's by Dreams of Cheyenne by Dusty Zanbar, Dusty Zanpar by the great Zanpar son. Also, Twisty Game on the top. On the bottom, out of Sparking Your Imagination by Shining with a Twist by the great Shining Spark. Also, Cruising TE on the bottom. He's 15-1 hands. He's been used on a large High Mountain ranch, doctor and calf, shipping yearlings, moving cows across his water, down the timber, bridges, travels smoothly, nice circle and fantastic turnaround. I said last night when he was doing the trail course, the picture, you don't realize how good size this horse is. He's got the big bone, he's got a big hip, but he's got some good height to him too. Just a good, nice, solid gelding brought to us by Region. Hip number 23 is Ice. He's a 2008 great pony gelding brought to us by Keaton Phillips out of Ontario, Oregon. He's 13 hands tall. He's not spoiled rotten. He's sweet to be around in the mountains, desert, trails, branding pen. He's been used to doctor on and brand on. He rides like a big horse, makes straight turns around on a dime and backs up. He rides around fancy and is a willing pony. These ponies I mentioned last night are hard to find, but they're great for giving your kids the opportunity to teach them to saddle, to handle everything on them. Jumping back over here at 22, you can see Region working that horse, pivoting, working off his feet. Good solid start on a nice young horse with some good size and bone time. I mentioned the next catalog sponsor here. We've got Hellcat. He's an own son of Highbrow Cat, standing with Mike Samuel. We want to thank them for supporting our catalog. If you're looking for a good solid stud to breed to for some athleticism and cow, reach out to Mike. Okay, moving on to hips number 24 and 25. Pick number 24 is Latte. It's a 2015 Great Mare brought to us by Carl Chatsiakerman out of Chapel, Nebraska. She's 14 hands, handy broke. Anyone can ride her, hard of gold, super soft on the face, super athletic. She has a great powerful stop. She's good for the kids and beginners. You can lay her off and she'll be the same horse. She's kind of got some cool coloring to her too, and some chrome there. Hit number 25 is Blake. He's a 2009 Great Gelding brought to us by Tim Cobb out of Leisure, Idaho. He's 15 hands. He's broke to death. Been used on the ranch. He's a go-to mount for him. He's been using the short gather, branding, doctor, gloating, side pass, will open any gate or open any path. He's excellent down the trail. Will sit for weeks, pull him, and he'll ride off gentle and safe. If you watch the videos, they got videos of him cowboy shooting as well. I know they had some people come and try him out up there that were also cowboy shooters. They've also got video of him roping out of the box heading. I'm sure we'll see him again to preview. Had some steers for us. Just talking with Matt, he said this might be the brokest horse he's ever brought to one of our sales, and definitely one of the most versatile. We want to mention our next Cadillac sponsor, Jorgensen's Power Sport, right here out of Richfield, Utah. They got a booth up here in the front, across from concessions. Go check out the horse trailers they brought. I think they brought a side-by-side as well. I'll be looking for horse trailers, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, motorcycles, bikes, any kind of sporting goods, camping trailers, flatbeds. Go check them out. We want to thank them for supporting ourselves well and being here as a vendor booth today. Okay, moving on to hips number 26 and 27. Larry, is this the other stand? Okay. 26 and 27, quick review count. We'll start with 27, jump back to 26. I'm sure Clint will be coming here shortly. Pick number 27 is King David. He's a 2012 Great Gelding, brought to us by 6-Year Livestock. Jane, go ahead. We'll jump back to Clint. This is a 14-3 hand. Gentle. Here you go. He stood for countless saints and sinners and stood in the mornings to get the gospel preached out of his back. He had several parades carrying Old Glory. He's a true gentleman. A work cows, go down the trails or through town. He's broke and ready to go. I know that they had Laura's mom on this horse. She just got out of treatment for cancer, and this is the first horse she got back on after all that. And I know they wouldn't have put her on her if they weren't very trusting. Pick number 26 is Diesel. It's a 2012 Great Gelding brought to us by Clinton Osborne and QO Performance Horses out of Walden, Colorado. He's 15-2 hands, gentle as they come. He's been on a Duke string in a hunting camp and out on the ranch. He'll take care of anyone. He has good foot, heavy bone, great disposition. Jumping back to 6-Year Livestock, we want to wish Laura Hanson a happy birthday today, by the way. So if you see her, tell her happy birthday. Come back and look at Quinton's horse here. Just, I always like to watch and see how these horses carry their heads. And it's almost without fault that when you see Quinton on a horse, they're going to be tucking that head, carrying it like they should, carrying that bit like they should. We hear a lot anymore people talk about being in the bridle. A lot of people that have been on horses their whole lives may not understand really what that means, but it really work out. The slightest movement of any hand, and when you watch these horses with quicken, you're going to find that on almost every one of them. 8, 29, you know what? Let's go 28. Is that 3, Brad? 8 and 3. We've already read the 3s right up, but go ahead and bring him out. So we'll go 3 and 28. 3 is Silver. He's great, got cross gelding. Did a great job. When Brad signed his horses, I really like this one. I like the way he was put together and the build of him. Will remind you that Brad had pre-purchases done by his local vet and sent the reports, and those are in the pictures. Hip number 28 is Lucky. This one brought to us by JC Performance Horses. He's 14-1 hands. He's the cutest horse in town. He's been used to gather cattle, ridden by adults and children. He gets noticed. He can handle long days. They're up there in Arizona. He's up. He saddles up gentle after time off. He has the potential to be a queen horse, parade horse, or show horse, or taking the 4-H and ranch classes. He is eligible to be registered to track that down and do it. Remind you guys too that the camera view is better over here towards the center, closer to the celery for the people online. If we can at least get over here part of it so they can see your horse as well. These are 2, this horse that James when she sent it to, these are 2 from both these consignors. When I saw them, I just thought, man, those are cool looking, just great horses. I was excited to see them here. What you see Jane on is what just kind of stands out, going to get you noticed again. I know talking about Brad, this horse that he's on is really kind of a black roan. You can see it there in the rump. That's very unique. You're not going to see it a ton of times. But I really just like the way he's put together too. I was out here the other night, petting him and handling him and moving him around. And again, we talked about it being in new environments. You can just see these horses are taking strides. You can tell that they've been around. 2 good, really solid, nice horses here that are going to make somebody really happy when they get them home. We want to thank our next 2 gift card sponsors. Has 2 horses in the sale, it's 31 and 70. And Carl Ackerman, who we've seen a couple of his horses, and he's got, I think, 3 more to go. Both contributed to the gift card that will go to the buyer of the high song horse. Again, that's $500 from NRS for I talked about it before and talked about it again. Just watch how these horses carry their heads, how they're walking out of here. Even when they push them up and walk around and now they're just walking out. It's one of the things that I personally look for when I'm looking at a horse is, especially after you've gone out and walked and run on, how are they going to carry that head and walk out? Are they amped up or are they settled right back in? Both those horses just settle right back in and walk out of here carrying their head the way that I would expect. Moving on to hip number 29 and 30. Hip number 29 is L's Easter Lily, the 2009 EQHA mare, brought to us by Lisa Johnson out of Weiser, Idaho. She is by Beat Mine Skippa, by Skippa Whisk, by Skippity, also Skip Shaw on the top. On the bottom, out of Cotton Jill, by Scotter Top, by Scotter Scott. Also Holiday Superstar on the bottom. She's 16 hands. She's been used many miles moving cows. She's a Cadillac on the trails. She's been branded on, showing her ranch versatility. She'll watch the cow. She's big boned and big hearted. And if you watch the video, they've even got her under English saddle a little bit in that video. Hip number 30 is Bakuro. It's the 2014 Draft Cross Gelding, brought to us by Jesse and Karen Rodenbaugh out of Etna, Wyoming. He's 15-3 hands. He's a quarter draft, and the rest quarter horse. He's easy to catch and be around. He's been trail ridden all over, across the water, bridges, logs. He's easy and quiet to mount and dismount. He's rope colts and cattle outfitting. I mentioned last night, Jesse's got an outfit business up there in Wyoming. I'm sure this horse has seen lots of miles up in the Great River country. and further north, and then all over the mountains up there, as well as being used on the ranch. I know talking with Jesse that he really likes this horse and how he's carrying himself. We were talking about him this morning. I think, Jesse, did you raise this horse? Got him as a 3-year-old, okay. So he's had quite a while, but he really likes this horse, and I guarantee he's seen a lot of miles in that country up there in Wyoming, up around that mountain country. On the hip number 29 horse, go back again and watch the video. I've been very impressed with the versatility on this big solid bear. She's really well put together. I like how she's carrying her head there. Both these horses, again, one of the first places I look is how are they carrying their head. And I look for that in changes of environment, really being asked to both these horses. Joan, if you hang out right there, there's that rat over that horse. If you hang out right there, you can go to 31, and that'll give you time to go switch horses again for the next one. Okay, so we're going to go to 19 and 31. 19, we skipped over to Arcade, but we're coming back, so I'll start with him. He's Route 66. He's 2008 Great Gelding, brought to us by 40 Ranches out of Parma, Idaho. He's 17 hands with style and presence, working ranch gelding. He's been using the rounding pin, doctoring outside, gathering cattle and willing. I know talking with Brad about this horse, he really liked this horse. He talked to me a lot about how big of a handle he is and how just pretty much anybody can ride him. You can see it right there with him spinning. You can watch the video. He rides him quite a bit riderless. I'll also remind you that Brad put up pre-purchases on all his horses. They're up on the website that you can go see in the pictures. Pick number 31 is Weaver's Boone Bay. This is 2013 EQATY Ranch out of Las Vegas, Nevada. She is by Murata, I'm a Boonsmall, by Peppy Boonsmall, by Peppy Sand Badger, also Freckles Murata on the top. On the bottom, out of Weaver's Haven Fade, by I'm a Bed of Heaven, by Great Smart Molina, and also Travelina on the bottom. So you got Peppy Sand Badger, Peppy Boonsmall, Freckles Murata, Smart Molina, and Travelina, all of this horse's papers. She's 14-3 hands, she's loaded with pedigree. Her sire has over 14,000 in earnings and petting. She'll do anything you ask of her. She's been using feedlots in the branding pen. She's smart there. She learned things well. We've been excited to see her come and see her working off the foot there, carrying her head. That is a halter and a lead rope. She's out there riding in. Just a good solid, well put together. Again, I come back to the Brad's horse too. Boy, if you're looking for a horse that if your truck breaks down, you can go pull it home. There's one right there that will do it. Two, again, really nice horses that we have. We're just really thrilled with the mixed horses we have in this sale, and two really nice ones right here in front of you. Maybe actually a Bozell one right there, but you can see the handle on her, you can see how she's carrying her head. If you watch the video, then you can see her slide stop. You see Brad over here going through the gate. How easily that horse works the gate. Again, we're just thrilled about the horses we have in this mix. Well, then finishing up, we want to talk about Thirsty Cactus. They have a vendor booth up here across from concessions. They've got jewelry and cactus. They also have some Merino. There's another sponsor back there further that you can get. We'll talk about that in a minute. But go check out their vendor booth up there, right behind our catalog desk, and around the corner. Both of these horses in here, I've been talking to both these consignors for quite a long time on. And both ones I was excited to see. Both ones I've been very impressed with. Everybody should have these two horses noted in their catalog. Okay. Moving on to hips number 32 and 33X. Make a note, if you have a printed catalog, the horse in the 33 spot is not here today, but the supplement sheet has 33X. If you're online, both are up to date on all of the online. You can see everything, whether you're on Trail or on our website, or even the online catalog has been updated. So only the printed catalogs, if you're here today, you need to make a note that it's been switched out. So hit number 32 is Strawberry. This is a 2008 Red Pony mare. Brought to us by Compound Horses and Mules out of Leisure, Idaho. She's 13 hands. She's a little cowboy and cowgirl's dream. They've used her for just about everything, including playing football if you watch the video. Nothing spoiled about her. She rides like a big horse. She's big enough bone that adults can ride her. She's super friendly and easy to catch. We saw her do the trail course last night. And if you watch the video, you watch him play catch with a football off this horse. So do just about everything. And we keep talking about these ponies like this are hard to find, and we've got 3 of them here today. Hip number 33X is Blackburn Hottie Wimp, a 2018 AQHA gelding brought to us by Jaquel Kornberg out of Jerome, Idaho. He is by King Peppy Diamond by Lenita, and also Diamond Full Peso on the top. On the bottom, out of Pretty Miss Hottie by MR Blackburn Champ by MR Blackburn 40. He's 14 hands. He's a smart colt. They used him some this summer pushing cows in the desert. He moves off leg pressure, he's loose in the pace, has a good stop on a smooth gait. He signed through the trail course last night. Jennifer says he's got about 45 plus rides on him, roughly. You can see there again, flexing, how he's carrying his head for a young horse. And new environment. Good, he speaks a lot to his disposition. He's just paying attention to her. He's carrying his head right. Good, solid, nice young horse. Now back over here to Strawberry, I mentioned you could play football on her, but you know, we can't say enough again about these ponies, and when you get these good ones that are just going to be babysitters to take care and teach your kids to saddle and still go out and do a day's work on the ranch. They're hard to find. Everybody should be paying attention to them. We'll talk too about our next 2 catalog sponsors. Well, one gift card sponsor and a catalog sponsor. We have J Family Equine that put a catalog sponsor in. It's Cameron Johnson. She's a horse trainer here in Severn County. She provides colt starting assignments, private training sessions, clinics, and more. If you need a tune-up on a horse or need one, let her know that you saw her catalog ad here. And we appreciate her supporting our sale. We also have JC Performance Horses is another one of our gift card sponsors. Going towards the gift card that will go to the buyer of the high-selling horse. Okay, moving on. Hopefully Brad had time to change horses. We're going to go to 34 and 35. $34 and $35. I saw 35 a second ago, but now I can't see him. There he comes. Hasn't had enough time to change horses. Let's see him on the next round. 35 is PLH Blue Chrome, 2010 AQHA gelding, brought to us by RRL Horses out of Heber City, Utah. He's by J.D. Rocco Hancock, by Blue Max Hancock, by Rowdy Blue Man. Also Focal Wonder on the top. On the bottom, out of Moonshine Chrome by Colonel Chrome by Colonel the Gold Crown Freckles. Also New Bar on the bottom. He's 15 hands. He's done it all from deep dark canyons to hunting to gathering cows off the desert. He's great to work cows on, sorting pen, doctoring, and more. He will ride and stand quiet when asked, straight in the mountains. He's tough and willing. No hump, buck, or scoot. He's been there, done that kind of a gelding. I like the hip on this horse, just good, solid, well put together. I like these horses built like this. If we've got 36, go ahead and come in. We're always excited to see all of these horses come in. And this is no exception. We really like this 35 horse watching in as well. Tip number 36 is Big Ben. He's a 2010 Crown Class gelding brought to us by Compounded Horses and Mules out of Leisure, Idaho. He's a finished ranch horse. Been there, done that. Don't do anything to ask of him. No job's too big or too small. He's easy to catch, friendly to be around. Saddles up safe every time. He's good to bring in the rope on. Here's another one that the truck breaks down. You can go pull home with this horse right here. Okay, moving on to hips 37 and 38. Tip number 37 is Bert. He's a 2010 grade gelding brought to us by Chapel, Nebraska. He's 14-1 hands. He's an awesome cow horse for kids. He's been used on 60,000 head feedlot, doing all aspects of feedlot work. A open gate, soft in the face, has a nice turnaround. He can use to sort cattle, white pins, and bolt cattle, and push back cattle. Tip number 38 is Easy Skip a Cash, 2015 AQHA gelding brought to us by 6 Year Livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. He's by Pops Easy on the Cash, by Little Easy Cash, by Dash the Cash, also Easy Jet on the top. So we've got some basic cool reactor by Hammer, cool skip. Also Wendy Bar on the bottom. He's 15 hands, he's sweetness and gentleness. Always easy to ride, easy to catch, taps up nice, has a kind demeanor. Has the temperament that he will for sure someday make a kid's horse. He's lightly padded on the barrels, rode up and down the trails. Good, nice, solid head body. Take a minute and point out my own catalog sponsorship. If you're looking for something in real estate in Utah, I am a real estate agent. You can see my ad there of my Caldwell Banker. Would love to help you out, especially if you're looking for horse property or farm and ranch type stuff. I enjoy helping people get started in those kinds of properties. But whether it's your first home or you're looking for a building lot or a horse property, give me a chance to help you out. Tip number 39, and if we can get 40 coming. Tip number 39 is Jazzy Talent, 2008 AQHA gelding, brought to us by JL Livestock out of Leisure, Idaho. He's by Hancock Talent, by Shambo Joe, by Blue Boy Quincy, also Bernard Hughes on the top. On the bottom, out of Antler Sassy Fox by DJ's Fox. On the bottom, 15 free hands. He's total package, great on the ranch or in the arena, green in the mountains and the trails. He's gentle as a lamb, great to roll on in or out of the arena. He's been to jackpots and ranch rodeos, and he's rock solid. We have hit 40 coming. Hit 40, I see him back there. Come on in, Mike. Hit number 40 will be coming through the door shortly. He is One Smoking Gun, a 2017 AQHA gelding. Brought to us by Mike Minton out of Gunnison, Utah. He's by One Stealth Links, by One Gun, by Mr. Gunsmoke, by Doc's Links on the top. Also Doc's Links on the top. Sorry, on the bottom, out of Barley Done Smoke It, by Honey Lab and Done, by Hollywood Done It. Also Mr. Gunsmoke again on the bottom. He's 15 hands tall. Nice gelding with tons of personality, willing in the soft in the face, easy mover, come along nicely. I mentioned it before. Mike does a good job getting starts on these horses, but oftentimes this is complete. See there again how he's carrying his head, he's paying attention to what Mike's asking. Nice put together young horse, got the color to go with it, nice pedigree. Another good solid gelding. We're always excited to see what he's going to bring us. We mentioned available in the Thirsty Cactus booth downstairs. They're one of our catalog sponsors. The benefits for your horse, you can read up on them there in the catalog ad if you're looking for a good supplement
This is weird.
to help your horse in multiple ways. Go check them out. Talk to them about using them. You know, we talk a lot about this is new environment, how they come in, but you can see the difference in that horse as he drives him out and he's paid attention to Mike and his willingness to settle down and learn and carry his head.
Okay.
You probably don't appreciate
That makes
much
sense. Do you want
because
anything to eat?
on some of these gym horses,
Are you sure?
it goes a lot.
Okay. Amber's
Show you
heading in
the
an order real
disposition.
quick, so.
Hip number 41 and 42. Hip number 41 is Foot Flying Lady, the 2015 AQHA mare, brought to us by Top Idaho.
That works.
She's by Flying Ace, by Bill's Ryan, by Lindy Ryan, also Doc's Milk Sugar on the top. On the bottom, out of Mia Jen Flip, by Flip Mia, by Colonel Flip on the,
Oh,
and also John
so
Nee
does
on the bottom.
Afton.
She's 15 hands, she's
The
total
only one
package,
that
she's
can
been
rival her busy
has the
eyes
brain
is
genetics
Justin.
to this position. All the bells and whistles coming out of the arena. First one we need to get to the gate. She's soft, smooth, calm, and collected. Been used as a trail horse, that's the primary arena. Been tracking your open gun. Cubby Olina, also Doc's Roan Olina on the bottom. He's 14, 3 hands, very gentle. He's been everywhere for horse to be. He's been chain roped off by kids, ridden down the trail by everyone. He's a fantastic horse. He's a gentleman, a low sheer and bait and cut. I think we'll see him roped here at the end of the preview too. Again, we'll remind consigners you're going to get viewed more on the hunt line over here towards the center of the arena where the camera can get a better look at you. Again, I would like to point out just how these horses are turning their head, paying attention, taking this in stride. Watch that. Back, tuck your head, back, very nice. Just goes a lot to show what the horse is, in my opinion. Moving on to hit 43 and 44X. Pick number 43, Sergeant Smokey, 2010 AQHA gelding, brought to us by Adrian Lemaire out of Leisure, Idaho. Watched by a fistful of Scotch, by a fistful of Aces. On the top, on the bottom, have Eyes of Ombre, by Hancock's Blue Ombre, by Rowdy Blue Man on the bottom. Also, lot of 2-eye on the bottom. He's 14 2 hands. They call him Steel. He's a go-to horse. He's no stranger to hard, long days. He has every aspect of ranching. He's done every aspect of ranching from roping, sorting, and branding, and can suit all levels of riding. I know talking to some people up there around Adrian that have seen this horse, but they have told me that this is just a really good, solid all-around horse. Pick number 44X is Bugs. He's a 2018 Grey Gelding, brought to us. Again, if you're looking at the printed catalog, you need to look at the supplement for this horse, the 44 horse. And here today, so the 44X, this horse, for those online, it has been updated online. Bugs is 14 2 hands, he's a sorrel gelding. She says he's a smart colt that only wants to please. He has a huge stop on him. He's starting to get his turnaround going. They used him this summer moving some cows. He sorted a handful and rode through them. Generally easy to get along with. Again, Jennifer said, and taking things in stride. Same thing with Sergeant Smokey back there. Look how he's turning his head and just waiting for Adrian to tell him what he wants him to do. We'll point out another catalog sponsor real quick, Turner Family Moving. We want to thank them for supporting our catalog on our cell. If you have a job that you need moved, make sure you reach out, give them a call. No job's too big or small, whether you're moving long distance or just around the corner, give them a call, they can help you out. Hit 45, and let's let Baron come in there with Brad. So Chelsea, if you'll, very good. Hit. Robin, hold up right there, I'll let you go after these two. All right, she's going in. We're going to go 3. Go ahead, Brad. We'll come back to 45. So we got 34 and 46. We'll come back to 45. So 34 is Baron. This is a 2011 Grecian Cross gelding brought to us by 40 Ranges out of Mama, Idaho. He's 16 hands tall. He's a Grecian Cross. He's half Grecian, half quarter horse. He's willing, free-moving individual. He'll work off the legs, soft in the hands. He rides like you're sitting on a cloud. He has 60 days professional park training. Been used to move cows across the desert. Started roping and driving calves. Again, we'll remind you, Brad had 2 purchases on his horse. There are the pictures on our website or on the Audrey site. Step number 46 is Annie. The 2002 Granny Painter brought to us by Carl and Chelsea Ackerman. She's 14-2 hands. She's super growth with good calves to fire. Been used to calve numerous cows. Has a motor that won't quit, but is easy for anyone to handle. She's super strong in the face and has a great stop. Robin, go ahead and come in on 45. Pick number 45 is Honey. This is 2008 grade gelding brought to us by Rachel Milton out of Axel, Utah. Brad, you can keep going for a second if you want. We'll get her while you're still in there. This is a 15-2 hand grade gelding. Very well broke, beautiful gelding that won't make anyone communicate smell so proud to ride him. He's a fantastic horse. He did the trail course last night. We mentioned that she noticed a little something off about 2 weeks ago. She called me, we talked about it, she took it in. I've got a vet release on the horse right now. He's been completely checked out, x-rays on it. She just wanted to be transparent on it. We notated it, we've got x-rays. The vets have looked at the x-rays, there's nothing wrong with this horse. She just wanted to mention it. I watched it last night, there's no signs at all that I could see from what she saw a couple weeks ago. They think it's maybe just a slip on the mud. So if anybody is interested and wants to see, I've got a copy of that release examined recently with the vet besides our vet looking at, and we just want to make sure everybody is clear that he is good to go. Again, we'll remind everybody that Brad's got the 3 purchases up on his horse. We mentioned Jorgensen's Power Sports earlier. They're here and have a vendor booth downstairs. They also got a truck for Jorgensen Sports there. Again, we want to thank Jorgensen. They've been supporting ourselves for over a year now. We appreciate their support. Make sure you go talk to Rick down there at the vendor booth and check out the trailers and the truck side by side and whatever else that they brought. And jumping back on the 34 horse here. We don't see a ton of Frisians. We got 2 of them here today. This is the Frisian Cross as well as Junior that's up in hit number 5. We're excited to see him here in our cell and hope you are too. This horse of Robbins, if you look at the hip, is pretty bad. How he's handled You know, that's just a nice, well put together gelding. I really like it. I watched them going through the trail course last night, watched her riding around today. Just a good, solid, all-around gelding. Okay, moving on to hips number 47 and 48. Hip number 47 is Country Boys, 2009 grade gelding, brought to us by 6U Livestock. He's 14 hands, will fit anything from small kids to a grown adult. He's easier to get on and off. Nice to handle him. Has a nice handle on him. He's good with time off. Will bridle him with ease, bareback, saddle, or even in a halter, riding on. Tip number 48 is Gus. He's a 2013 grade gelding, brought to us by St. Cobb out of Leisure, Idaho. He's 15 hands, broken up to fit into any outfit. He's easy going trail horse. He'll go long days, work on the ranch. Easy to catch, very talented, good to rope on, stays calm in all environments. See him out here local circles. We will remind you guys, the closer you can stay to the center of the arena, the better it will be seen online. With live view. See Country Boy out there going from a big circle to a smaller circle. Good, nice, solid horse there. You can see Gus over here again. I always pay attention to how they act in these indoor arenas. Most of them are not used to it. I haven't been around it. It's going to show you a lot to their temperament. Okay, moving on to hips 49 and 50. That got switched over. I saw 51 out there a second ago. Let's bring 51. We'll bring Brad back in on the next one. Hip number 49 and 51. Hip number 49 is Gadget. He's a 2006 grade gelding, brought to us by Jesse and Karen Rodenbaum out of Etna, Wyoming. He's 15-1 hands. He's been one of their go-to horses to do ranch chores, put an experienced rider on. He's easy to catch, 5 feet around, been in the mountains on the ranch. Has one-hand neck ring. Dependable and trustworthy. Again, I mentioned earlier that Jesse does an outfitting business up there. I guarantee this horse has seen some miles up there in that Grays River country and around Afton, looking for the elk and the deer, and he's going to have a lot of experience in the mountains as well as on the range. Hip number 51 is Watch Hawkeye. This is a 2014 8-grade gelding, brought to us by Larry Chick in the Wine Glass Ranch out of Saskatchewan, Canada. He is by Watch Zan Zipaway, by Freeze Dusted Water, King Zan Par on the top. On the bottom, have a Sunny Breeze Hot Nugget by Sunny Par Sheep, by Sunny Par Mara. Also, Hawkeye's Apache Reed on the bottom. He's 52 hands tall. You don't want to pass him up. He's good for any caliber rider. He's super soft, gentle, and easy to be around. A great rope prospect, or for any discipline of riding. He's super soft in the face. Big stop, nice turnaround, for countless calves and bucks used in the feedlot and roping the hill at it. We also want to thank Steve's Steakhouse for being catalog sponsor. If you need a place to go and eat tonight, they're just over in Richfield, about 17 miles down the road. They've got great food. If you don't get there tonight, make sure you do next time you're in town. They always have good food. It's one of our favorite places to eat since moving back down here. Jesse just pointed out on the 49 horse, they have him as 14 in the catalog. The vet notes today, the vet work cut today thought he might be closer to 16. We will read those vet notes when we get in the celery. Dr. Burke is out there putting together for us, and we'll share any of those notes that he has for us in the celery as we announce horses. Okay, moving on. Do we have 50 yet? Is Brad back out there on 50? If not, we'll take 52 and 53. I see 53 coming, 52 available. Okay, we'll talk about 53. This is Chili. This is 2016 Great Gelding, brought to us by Keith Phillips out of Ontario, Oregon. Region 1, you come out at 54. 53 is 14 2 hands tall. Is gentle, very nice to be around. Been used all over the mountains, moving cows, push cows, and then the feedlot. Lope around in the arena, nice and calm, nice young gentle gelding. You can see there with Keaton out there picking up his feet. Hip number 54 is Duke Royal, 2018 HVHA gelding, brought to us by Whaler Furniture out of Walden, Colorado. He's by Charlie's Big Red, by Chiquita's Last Par, by the great Zan's Last Par. Also, genuine credit on the top, on the bottom, by Dash and Miss, by Dash and Dash, by Royal Peppy on the bottom. He's 14 free hands. He'll mature into a stout gelding. He's had 90 days riding on him. He's had rope conflict, shift cattle, boot cattle. He crosses water and down timber, crosses the bridge. Quiet, gentle, easy to be around. Quiet with the correct start. Again, I point out, I'm really impressed with the young horses we have in this cell. All of them will come see it and how they're handling this environment, how they're tucking their head, flexing for the riders. You can see there that horse flexes good for him, reaches around, paying attention as attending. Just really impressed with how these young horses have been. Okay, if I can go ahead and come with 52 and 55, we'll take as well for you. So hit number 52, McLean Carson.